Bashar al Assad was mobbed by supporters after calling for national dialogue and a new constitution, but insisted the government and army would continue military operations against opposition groups in Syria.
It is a real war. We are defending a vicious attack from outside. And this is more dangerous and dangerous than the normal conventional wars. Defending the state is a duty. It's undisputable. Defending the country is undisputable. And it's important. It's the only solution.
Our chief correspondent Stuart Ramsey was watching from Dubai and joins us now. Hi, Stuart. Quite incredible scenes at the end of that speech. What did you make of them?
Well, I think it was always likely to be a little like that. It's somewhat choreographed from the moment he came in to the fact that his supporters intervened throughout the speech. And then, of course, as he went to shake hands with people, he was virtually mobbed. We've obviously seen this type of thing over time and around the world from leaders who are definitely in trouble. And whatever the support he had inside Damascus there, it's not reflected nationally. There's a huge number of people, obviously, now who want him to leave. And as he said, they're in the midst of a very nasty war. And there's nothing to indicate, especially after this speech, that that's going to change at all. He is defiant. He talked about a sort of peace plan. This includes having a charter, reconciliation for the people, votes and a new government. But actually, we've been down this before. He made it quite clear in his statement that any changes would be to assist, not replace what is existing in Syria. That means he's not going anywhere until he decides to stand down. So if there was any hope there might be compromise, he's dashed that. It was a defiant speech, and he's also made it clear that he will carry on the attacks against those who he sees as foreign-backed opponents, and that's not going to change. So really, after all this time of waiting for him to talk, he hasn't really moved on one iota.
Any reaction yet? International reaction?
Well, yes. So firstly, as you can expect, the opposition movement has already said they completely reject this, and they were always going to when he said that nothing would change and he wasn't going to go anywhere. Short of him actually standing up and say, enough's enough, we're going to have national reconciliation and I'm going to leave it to my deputy to take over. As soon as he didn't say that, they were going to condemn him. The EU has come out and immediately said that he needs to stand down. And William Hague has said that the empty promises of reform fool no one. I think there's going to be a lot more reaction like that. Most people who are watching, the observers from the outside, don't believe that anything much has changed. And in fact, it would suggest that the way things are now, that the fighting could intensify. Certainly we know that government forces have been focusing on specific areas around Damascus and other major cities as well in the last few days. So I suspect even more bloodshed to come.